By Jason Isbell is going to be played in standard tuning, and it will descend out of standard chord formation in G. The opening riff and then the verses, the way that they progress, is going to begin with your ring and pinky fingers planted on the 3rd fret of strings 2 and 1 respectively. My ring finger's on the 2nd string 3rd fret, my pinky finger's on the 1 string 3rd fret. And those two fingers remain planted there through most of this song. They may switch a little bit, but that's kind of a root home for those two fingers on strings 1 and 2. Your 2nd finger is going to be on the 6th string 3 fret, and that's going to make our G chord. The 2nd finger is really muting out the 5 string most of the time with an open 4 and 3 behind it, but if you want to put your 1st finger down on the 5 string 2 fret to make just a full G chord, feel free, but most of the time Jason Isbell seems to be leaving his 1st finger up. So out of that G chord, we're going to walk down to an E minor by moving from our 2nd finger on the 6th fret, moving from our 2nd finger on the 6th string 3rd fret to our 1st finger on the 6th string 2nd fret to an E minor, which will be made by an open 6th string and your 1st finger on the 5 string 2 fret. Your 1st finger is more or less muting out the 4th string, then you'll have an open 3 string and your pinky and 2nd finger still planted where they were on the 3rd frets of strings 1 and 2. The strumming on this, down, 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 up, 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 down, up. That's what you're doing across this G to the E minor. So that's the verse, and it does that like 3 or 4 times, but then you've got this riff. The way that you'll do that is you're going to, it's out after an E minor. So what you'll do that first lick is you'll move with your 1st finger to the 2 string 1 fret, pluck that, and then pull off. And then you'll go with your 1st finger to the 3rd string 2nd fret. So you've got, so all of this is just your 1st finger so far. 1st finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, pluck, pull off to open 2nd, then 1st finger to the 3rd string 2 fret, and then pick up your 1st finger off of this 3rd string 2nd fret and hit the open 3rd string, and then put your 1st finger back down on the 3rd string 2nd fret. Pluck that and then hit the open 4th string, and it's kind of, you're moving into a D chord here. And after hitting that open 4 string, you can go ahead and kind of strum down across your D chord there. Go ahead and put your ring finger down on the 2nd string 3rd fret. And then the second half of it is Jason Isbell plays that by opening up the second string. So you're going to lift your ring finger off of the 2nd string 3rd fret, play the open 2nd string, then the fretted 3rd string where your 1st finger is still at on the 2nd fret. So, and then open up the 3rd string, and then go with your ring finger to the 4th string 4th fret, and then back to the open 3 string. And then after that open 3 string, you fall directly into a C chord. Moving with your 2nd finger to the 5 string 3 fret, your 1st finger going to the 4 string 2 fret, open 3 string, and your ring finger coming down on the 2 string 3 fret, like before. So that riff coming together very slowly. Sometimes whenever I play it, instead of playing the open 2 string for the, it's easier for me to go and just move it with my pinky. So inside of the D chord, I would go to pinky to the 3rd string 4th fret, pull off to 1st finger on the 3 string 2 fret, and then open up the 3 string, pinky finger to the 4 string 4th fret, hit the open 3 string again, and then my C chord. Now, one note about these C chords that is worth mentioning is that a lot of times in the C chord, Jason Isbell is hammering on with his 1st finger onto that 4 string 2 fret. And sometimes we'll pull off of that 4 string 2 fret as well. So that's some embellishment that can happen there. So that's the verse. G to an E minor, repeat G, back down to the E minor, and then you've got that riff like on the 3rd or 4th time. And then whenever we get to the chorus is a G chord to a D chord to a C chord. So the way that you'll move that is leaving your ring and pinky finger planted on strings 1 and 2 3rd fret, and your 2nd finger making the G on the 6 string 3 fret. You'll move just really 1 finger. You'll move with your 1st finger to the 3 string 2 fret and pluck and strum from the 4 string down, and that's going to operate as your D chord. And my pinky finger is still just right there on the 1st string 3rd fret, but if you want to play it as a standard D, feel free. But G to the D chord, and then to the C chord as before. Remember, hammer on with your 1st finger to the 4th string 2nd fret. Pull off there too, and then the second go around it'll be an E minor, walk up to the F sharp, which operates as a D, into the C. So the way that the second half of the course will go is you will move with your 1st finger to the 5 string 2 fret, hit the open 6 string, that's your E minor, then walk with your 1st finger to the 6 string 2 fret, letting your 1st finger block out that 5 string still. And then, so that's your F sharp. It's also kind of operating as your D. Sometimes here, Jason Isbell, instead of just walking up to the F sharp, he may go back and just play that standard D chord, and then it falls back into the C. And that's your chorus, a G to a D to a C chord, down to an E minor, walk up F sharp, and then C chord. G chord to a D chord to the E minor chord, G chord to the D chord to the C chord, down to the E minor chord to the D chord to the C chord, and that's your chorus. The strumming, down, 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 up, down, up, 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 down, 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 up, down, up. All right, finally, there's a bridge in this song. So for this bridge, we're going to take our C chord shape that we've been using and slide it up 2 frets to make a D. My 2nd finger is on the 5 string 5 fret. my first finger is on the 4-string 4th fret. I've got an open 3 string. My ring finger is on the 2-string 5 fret, and my pinky finger is on the 5-string. My pinky finger is on the 1-string 5 fret. And we're here going to be alternating, moving our second finger from the 5-string 5 fret to the 6-string 5 fret to create like a 2-beat bass feel of. But in between those movements, there's the strumming pattern of. So it's like down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. It does it twice there, and then you take this shape and just move it back down to the C position and do the same thing, moving now with your second finger between the 5-string 3 fret and the 6-string 3 fret for the 2-beat bass feel of down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. It does that a few times. And in the live video of Jason Isbell playing this, he makes that formation sometimes, and then in the second half of the bridge, he just moves to standard chords of like a D, and you can lift up and hammer on with your first finger to the 3rd string 2nd fret in this D chord, to a C chord, lifting up and hammering on and off with your first finger 4th string 2 fret, back to the D chord, the C chord. So it's the same chords, it's just different voicings. Verses. And that's the bridge, and then it goes back into the chorus, I believe, of G to the D to the C to the E minor to the walk up to the C. So those are the chords and the movements and the riff to The Magician by Jason Isbell. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.